give me a second. Done. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Boy, it's hot. It's one of them hot days. I could have just left the AC on. I want the sun to shine on it. I want the sun to shine on it. Welcome to Jeep episode. Welcome to Jeep Talk episode 49. Do not let anyone talk you out of your position. Oh, whoa. Let's drop the top real quick. Oh, man. Again, if you're just joining the live, welcome to Jeep Talk episode 49. Don't let anyone talk you out of your position. Man, again, whenever I have these conversations, we're gonna first of all, we're gonna get ready to go and grab some late lunch. I felt like having some fish and fries, fish sandwiches and fries. So we're gonna go to one of the spots, Golden Wings Chicken and Fish, that was a powerful spot when I was growing up. Well, in my 20s really. It didn't come from my 20s. A lot of people, man, they allow other people to talk them out of their positions. And one thing I realized at a young age is that if you allow other people to talk you out of your position, sometimes they're not telling you what's best for what they believe is best for you. Sometimes they're not even telling you what's best for them. A lot of times people talk people out of their position because they want to be in their position. They want to achieve what that person has achieved, or they want to feel what I forgot to turn off. Yo, I don't even know why it's messing up like that. Hopefully the stream will get it. Shout out to Carlos in the building. I am in the United States right now. Ella, what's going on? Again, it's so many different aspects of how someone can talk you out of your position and either cause you to crash out of your position, and either cause you to crash out, cause you to leave that position, and make, I felt like on this nice little quick drive to go get some lunch, we might as well talk about, not being talked out of your position. I'll just start with what I consider maybe one of the easiest ways to show it that people are related, most relatable ways, maybe not easy, most relatable ways. A lot of times people have worked a lot hard to get to where they're at. Whether you're working in your career, whether you're working on YouTube as a content creator or YouTuber, whether you're working on building a relationship between you and your significant other. And something may occur that makes a person want to react in a negative light. Like, for example, let's say someone makes up a story about me, right? And I don't pay any attention to the story, and then that person keeps circulating that story over and over to everyone else, right? And now that story becomes a rumor, and that rumor becomes public information that feels like it's has some truth behind it. But the whole time, maybe you didn't respond because it had no truth behind it. But now you feel like you got to respond. Because you feel like if you don't respond, somebody's going to look at you a different way. So what you do is you get emotional, you get reactive, you get out of your character, and you respond. And now your response puts you in a light that is not the light that you once was in. People are looking at you like, ugh, you look kind of like a sucker, or you look kind of like a fool, or you look kind of like an idiot for doing something, for responding or reacting or letting that person get you out of character because maybe they said something online, or maybe in person they hated on you in front of a girl, they cop blocked you in front of a girl, a woman. Like, it's so easy, and unfortunately we are living in a place where the majority of people are so easily talked out of their spot. For example, if any guys or any women are in a relationship, right? And I'll give you a personal example so you guys can understand it too. So recently, I spoke on me dating overseas and showing my story on YouTube. God damn, she got a and showing my story on YouTube, right? But It was a situation that happened once where I was live with a woman. I was on live, and I even made a video about it the day after. I was on live with a woman from Medellin, and it so happened that one of the people who followed me knew the woman about in Medellin, right? Now, he immediately after I ended the live, he immediately went to the person, said, "Hey, this guy's making you look like a prostitute. This guy is he goes there, he shows all of the pros, and if you're on his channel, then you're gonna look that way, and you don't want to look that way." Mind you, the guy is sending the girl money every month. He's sending her money just so that she can keep him at a higher standard, right? Now, I could let him talk me out of my position and maybe told him, yo, all that, I could have made a big YouTube video like, yo, all that hate you did, I still smashed. She still was on my shit, and you still paying her. I could have made a big thing like that, but I didn't. And the reason why I don't is because doing that and then putting that online, it will paint me in a different light. So the next woman who may go through that in Medellin, or the next woman who may go through that in Brazil, or the next woman who may go through that in Costa Rica will look at me in a different light because I let this guy's actions talk me out of my position. So that my my image of, yo, even if he do certain things with the women, even if he do certain things with the women, he not gonna put them out there. So the women will feel more comfortable being on his channel like they are, because they know I won't put them in a certain light, but like a lot of other guys do. Now, it's not a good or a bad thing. I'm just showing you guys. I'm just telling you guys the realistic way of a person who shows you guys his actual life. I'll give you guys another. I'm gonna get you a comment. I want to drive for a little bit, have a little conversation. I'll give you another example. I got the Black Man's Guide to World Travel. There's no one else with a video that gives a full inclusive video. No one. When the Black Man Guide, there was no one else with an inclusive video that showed you all aspects. People would say, oh, it's bad because you show this, you show that. But I show everything. A true, honest thing, not just what I think is right. The video goes viral. Everybody watches the Cartagena video. It goes viral. Millions of views for 7 to 8 minutes watching on the video of just the average person. There's no celebrities in the video. There's no women shaking their butt naked in the video. There's no nudity in the video. There's nothing controversial in the video. It's an educated video that just so happens to be entertaining. It goes viral. It gets 1 million views. I'm getting paid $600, $500 a month for this one video. And YouTube takes it down because someone reported it and mass reported it, and the people in charge of certain things in Cartagena saw the video. I thought it was just the type of video, but it was a specific location of the people and why they did that. Now, I could have went crazy and I could have said, oh, this is crazy, and made a big issue of it, made videos downgrading YouTube, made videos downgrading, talking bad about Cartagena, and talking bad about Colombia, made videos talking about how unfair it is. But when you do that, you let them talk you out your position. You let them talk you out of your position. So instead of doing that, I just stay calm. And by me not overreacting and getting emotional about them taking my 1 million view video down after 4 years, of course I had to make a statement on it, but complaining and keep harassing and doing this and making videos saying they're not right, it's not right, somebody needs to fix it, y'all need to reach out to them and all that stuff. By me not doing that, I didn't talk myself out of my position. So when the opportunity came up for a company to make it for YouTube to make it more right, and hey, yo, guess what? We got something coming up we think you might be interested in with just telling your story. We got a bunch of places that we're going for our 20th year anniversary of being a company in the world, and we want you to go. We're going to invite you to go all these different places, and we're going to get you there. We're going to make sure that you get on that list if you ask us you really want to go. But if I would have talked myself out of my position when they took my video down, 1 million view video, most of your favorite content creators don't have 1 million view long form video because it's so difficult to keep people's attention in this era. For 8 minutes, 7 minutes? No, not at all. So when that occurred, I could have talked myself out of my position. I could have went up and made a big speech. Y'all, I need all of y'all to reach out to YouTube support and tell them to change this. I need all of y'all to tell all the haters to change this. But I didn't do that because I understand. Do not ever allow anybody to talk you out of your position. That's me giving y'all something personal from my experience, just how I reacted and how I didn't allow somebody to talk me out of my position or somebody's actions to talk me out of my position. Unfortunately, I think it could be because of the era I was born in, raised in the 80s and 90s, born in 84 baby. Maybe us older millennials, because we existed, we was here before the internet, we're able to not, and because that's what I feel sometimes that's what a crash out is, my opinion. Ooh, I feel a crash out is when you allow somebody to talk you out of your position. Oh my God. When you allow somebody, I gotta find parking over here. When you allow somebody to talk you out of your position because of your emotional instability, I feel as though that's just something now. Again, I'm gonna take your comments now because we finally pulled over. We're gonna walk inside the chicken shack. I'll take y'all guys with me when we order the food and stuff. We'll have a conversation. If you just joining the live, welcome to Jeep Talk episode 49. Don't allow anyone or don't let anyone talk you out of your position. All right, so let me park here, roof up. I mean, not roof up. We in the hood, but it's my city. My city, yay! All right, come on, y'all. Let's go. I ain't got nothing sticking out. All right, folks. All right, let me get to y'all comments. All right. Shout out to Carlos Hinges. Oh, you got the kicks on. These ones ain't from China by a certain way. These are StockX. It's because during the tariffs I had to get some sneakers for something. It said Ellis says a tear went down my face. Kanye, are you Kanye? No, I'm not Kanye. Kanye, he ain't got the shape like this. I mean, let me see. Donda, say hi. Bound 2. Actually, crazy thing, that's Kanye music is playing in the background. That's crazy. That's crazy how that kick when the Kanye music playing in the background. I just said that. Hey DMR, what's going on, bro? Hey DMR, what country you in now, man? Or you just taking a break real quick? Hold on a second, y'all. I'll order this food real quick. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. You order right now? Alright, let me get y'all while I wait for the order. Ellis, what up? What up? Jeep Talk. Welcome to Jeep Talk, episode 49, man. Don't let nobody talk you out of their position. Again, I see it happening so many times, and I don't think people really understand that a lot of the things in life that happen to people, it don't happen to people because of the world. It happens to them because they allow somebody to talk them out of their position. And I think that's not the route you want to go, like crashing out and all that stuff. But Bob said his video smells. Okay, that's pretty good. You got sense and stuff. Tev King, what up? You ain't got no million views on no video. Actually, Handsome Bob, I got a bunch. But I'm a person who always keeps receipts. So you just check on either Instagram or check my shorts. Maybe I'll post it in right there probably. We'll post it in a community tab. What happened to your roof? Took off. It fell off. What's going on for Germany? What it do? Have a great day. I appreciate that. That stuff. Y'all bugging. DMR says I'm home. Base and traveling early next year. That's what it is. What's going on, Ansar? What's up, man?
I can get that now. Right.
Yeah. Again, I'm sitting until next till August. Yeah, I guess a lot of stuff you got to do. Like, all right, so I tell you guys, I'm gonna probably make a bigger announcement in like the 1st of August. Probably I'm gonna do something like a live. We'll sit down and we'll talk about everything. But how you doing, brother?
Hey,
may I get a fish and fry? Fish, whiting and fry.
In fries?
Yeah, sandwich. Yeah. Let me get four slices of bread though, not two. Yeah. So so it's 1 second, y'all.
12
You got a Gatorade?
Yes.
Let me get.
The blue one, the red one, the yellow one.
I'm gonna get a yellow, but not right now. When the food comes out. Thanks. We had Golden Wing Fish and Chicken. I still remember when they opened their first store in East Orange, and it's like I was like I don't know how many years. What's quick question? When did y'all open that store in East Orange? It was like 10 years ago. When y'all had the store in East Orange, like 10 years ago.
Yes.
Like 10 years ago, right? Yeah.
I have 8 right now.
You have 8 right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
The new one.
You got 8 of them now, y'all.
Just 290 all of them.
In Irvington? Wow. Shout out to Golden Wings Fish and Chicken. Once you see, one thing is that once you find a good spot to eat at, you want to come to all the time, and halal food is usually the most freshest food you can get. For those that don't know, halal food is like natural. The stuff don't die. I'm gonna actually take this with me, y'all. So it's like some of the best food you can get. It's clean, it's healthy, and it make at least even if you're eating unhealthy, it makes you feel like you're eating healthy with fried food. Damn, they tax and tell you. No, not necessarily. That's 12 is actually a great price in New Jersey. There's a lot of places that it start at 20, but I'd say I definitely say I've been putting a lot of stuff aside because I'm doing a big live stream thing. Shout out to Mentuition, Steve, and International. I'm doing a big live stream and when I get to Columbia for Cali now, I'm a little bit cautious only because I don't know how good the service is going to be. I remember I tried to live stream.
Hey, yo, that order well done, alright?
I tried to live stream.
Well done.
I tried to live stream from Cali last year, and what I noticed is that my connection kept choppy. It was choppy, but I do believe that Mentuition has a better setup. Whereas if it doesn't work with them, then it's most likely that nobody will ever be able to do it because of the choppy service in Cali. Anson Bob says, "What are your thoughts on?" I don't really have any thoughts, honestly. It's not my country. I don't like getting in other people's business. It's not my thing. Like, it is what it is. Let me see. What's up with Weequahic Park? I haven't been there in a long time, but they changed a lot of stuff up. They really made it like a very, like when I was there, they didn't have half the stuff there, but they really they put a lot of money into it, so it's really dope. Maybe we'll take a ride down there. I don't know. I'll show y'all. Maybe we'll take a ride down there. I got some time today. We can just kick it. Felt like doing the live, having a little conversation with you guys. I did want to do a lot more lives this year, with the YouTube last minute invite to the activities in Indianapolis, Chicago, all in places. I wasn't able to keep consistent with just doing the lives the way I wanted to do them, even though I did some. You behind you, the ops, yeah, that doesn't work. I'm in North. If I was in like Colombia, maybe I'll double check it, but I'm in North, y'all. English and Spanish, yo hablo dos. Yo hablo diferentes idiomas. Yo hablo español y parlo francés y yo falo portugués. So, whatever language you want to speak, except for Arabic. Arabic was very hard for me to learn. So I can't help you with that.
Number my 2707.
Let me see. How much money do you have? Oh, wait, Eddie J. You got to give me a breakdown. Are you asking how much money you think I'll spend traveling this year, or like? Yeah, it had to probably be this year, because if you're saying like in
I don't want no ice juice.
if you're saying like and my phone about to die. Hold on, y'all. I gotta put on my charger. One second. One second. Always stay with the battery pack because you never know when you gotta plug the charger in. For my whole life.
A grilled chicken salad with no tomatoes.
I'm alright. So let's just estimate mine.
Wait, how much?
Alright, so the Africa trip alone was like 8,000, right? 7,000. Africa trip alone was like 7,000. So So if I say I spend like a give or take, I spend like 15 to 20,000 a year on travel, just on travel. We're not even talking about the content, buying all the stuff for like content for YouTube and stuff. Just on the traveling. Let's say I spend about 15, right? And I've been traveling for I'm 40 now, going on 41. I've been traveling since I was 18. In the beginning, I didn't spend that much. So let's just say I would start travel. Let's say if I started traveling 20. So 20 years, 15. Yeah, all right, so it's a lot, man. Well, let me try to do the math. I don't want to do the math in my head. Real quick, I'm gonna let you know right now. Give me a second. All right, so I'm back, yo. So I think the proper probably like 300K on probably like 300K on traveling since I started when I was 18. Definitely didn't make that money back off YouTube, but again, the experiences you never really get those experiences back. So you got to experience it when you can, because the issue is traveling at like 18 versus traveling at like 30. It's gonna be a full different experience. I mean, certain countries you could probably wait a little bit later. I think Thailand is one of the countries where you could wait a little bit later because it's not going to change whether, as far as the experience, whether you're from what I've seen on countries, from whether you're 20 or 60, I think the experience will still be online with each other. But going to Colombia at 60 and going to Colombia in your 20s, different. When I say Colombia, I'm talking about Medellin and Cali and Cartagena and all these other places. Doing things like going to creative events with like other big YouTube or Twitch streams right now. It's something that you're not like at 40. I'm not going to hang out with Kasuna anymore. I mean, I'm not. It's not going to connect. You know what I mean? So you do it while you're still in that age range, and then So that's why I say it's important to, if you can, travel when you're early and young, and travel until you're older, man. Don't start when you're like 40 or when you retire or when your kid's out of school, because it's a different experience. Let me see. So yeah, Eddie J, that was 300K. That must be Kanye over there. How long did it take you to be able to speak and understand Spanish? I'd say 5 months. No, 5 months is Portuguese. I would say, because that was every day, 5 months, and I only understood it for a little bit, so I still only speak a little Portuguese, like very little. But I can understand a lot of stuff. Spanish, it's still a learning process. You never learn it completely, because if you don't use it every day, learning it, you're not going to remember any of it. So I try to at least talk to one Spanish person every day while I'm alive, because that keeps it going. But to get comfortable with it, I'd say it took like a good year to get comfortable, because the whole thing is about speaking Spanish. Is the most important thing is if you don't feel comfortable, you're not going to use it. Like if you feel like embarrassed to say it, or if you feel shy to speak Spanish, you're not really going to speak it, no matter if you know all the words or not. You know what I'm saying? So like, the most important thing is you find a way to get comfortable with speaking with it. And the easiest way is just when you travel, because when you're in like Colombia or you're in Dominican Republic, they're not even looking at you for knowing Spanish. You got a little bit of bread, so they'll help you, and they'll be more willing to be less judgmental about your Spanish. You know what I mean? Let me see. Damn, thanks for the honesty. Yeah, man. Countries with the thickest women at IG. So when we say that, Chris was on, man. We're talking about the ones that I've been to. I'll tell you some of the countries I've been to already. I've been to Abu Dhabi. I've been to Dubai. I've been to France. I've been to Jamaica, Trinidad, Canada, Europe, Brazil, Panama.
Gallery, do you like?
Huh?
The gallery.
Yellow. Panama. There's gonna be a lot more. Cuba. So this is the country. So if you ask me, I've been to Ghana too. When you say thickest, I'm going to presume that you're looking like for in shape thick. Because if I was to say who has the real thickest, like you might get a real big. Come again? Oh, it coming to soda too? All right. Ginger ale. when you saying the thickest, oh, can I get a ketchup? No, not ketchup. What's that called? Tartar sauce. Yeah, tartar sauce. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. All right, so when you say thickest, I'm gonna say Ghana. Ghana, Africa probably has the thickest. Meaning like natural thickness, not just curvy in shape type thing. Just they might have a little gut with that, with the backside to be real crazy. So, hello. Buenos días. Okay. No trabajar. Alright, yo. So yeah. So I would say definitely Ghana. I would definitely say Ghana has the thickest that I've been to so far. Now, if you want to say the most in shape, the most what I think people are like from like video vixens or Instagram, Colombia. And the reason why I say Colombia is because um a lot of people would a lot of people would say Brazil has the best. But from my experience, and I went to Brazil during Carnival, so again, my experience, Brazil women are more in shape as far as toned, as far as muscular or something like that, versus like what I think that most people would like. And as far as in if you like the video vixen look or you like the the Instagram model, IG model look. And so that's why I say Colombia, because if you go to Barranquilla, you're gonna get that. If you go to Cartagena, you're definitely gonna get that. And in Medellin, I have a hard time really like having conversations or listening to people when they talk about Medellin, because a lot of people in Medellin, they go to Medellin. Oh my God! Hold on a second. A lot of people go to Medellin, and they be like, the women don't look, they all have the same look, but a lot of the times it's because the guys only go to the places that those women have that look. Like if you go to Parque Yeres, we should have a little conversation, just Jeep Talk episode 49, we talked about don't let nobody talk you out of position. So we just have a little conversation from now. A lot of guys, maybe we'll go to Weequahic part 2. A lot of guys will hold on a second. All right. A lot of guys will say yo, Medellin has like the more of the, it does have a lot more of, it does have the Paisa women in Medellin, like a lot more women that have maybe of a European white or European look. But if you go to the Afro-Cuban or Afro-Colombian areas or the parties or the restaurants, you're gonna see a lot more other stuff. Like if you guys see my last video, I mean one of my last times I was in Medellin, that wasn't my last time, but one of the last times I was in 2024 in Medellin, you'll see this amazing Paisa, but she was Afro Paisa. Like she's real, she's darker than me, real dark. Breast might have been augmented. She did have a boob job, but the ass is fat, right, nice size. Again, you're not going to see her in these places. The other one that records for me, the black Paisa that records for me, also you're not going to see her in those places. So a lot of the times when people say women in Medellin have the European white standard look, that's not completely true. It's only the Parque Yeres. Even if you go to Sabaneta, you're going to get a different look, or in some parts of Laureles. But so yeah, that's just something that I thought of. Like I think like a lot of people it's, I don't know. I guess it's just who we are as a people, as United States citizens, as black people, that a lot of times we over speak when we say, "Oh, everything is this way," knowing that we only been in this place, but and then we haven't been to, I don't know. Let me get to your comments. Chris, Chris. Let me see. Eddie J, what has been the worst, most difficult part of traveling for you? Real quick, BF4U. I am 5'9", about 210. What has been the worst, most difficult place? I've never had a worse place, meaning a place I felt. I've never had a place where I felt like it hurt, but difficult as far as, all right. So difficult as far as trying to get money in. I think Cuba is going to be the most difficult to
to navigate for most people. I think Havana is probably the easiest part of Cuba, but Cuba is going to be the most difficult to navigate simply because when you run out of money, if you don't know the workarounds of how to get money into Cuba, you're going to have an impossible time to enjoy yourself. So I would say Cuba is definitely the most difficult place if it comes to having to budget your money to the T, having to be able to move around, and even sometimes if you don't have a connection to Cuba, having to plan in advance. I think Cuba is going to be the most difficult one. As far as getting women, I'm just trying to think of some of the things that people, as far as getting women, the most difficult place that I've been probably would be, and now even though I've been to Ethiopia, I haven't been out the airport. So I can't. So I give it that credit like that. The most difficult place that I think you're really going to have to like put in work to try to get women, in outside of the United States that I've been. And when I say women, I mean access to pros and non-pros. That's how we're discussing this. The most difficult place that I've been, in my experience, to get access to either pros or non-pros would probably be unless you're going to Carnival, I would say Trinidad for me. Now, I'm not the most perfect in shape guy. I'm not, even though, I got money and I'm cool, it's certain coaches. I think to me, as far as, we're not including Puerto Rico, Trinidad to me would be probably, that's my opinion, my personal opinion. I think outside of Carnival, because Carnival I did have something, but Trinidad would be the most difficult, going from the United States to Trinidad, trying to find something to knock down. The pro scene is non-existent, or maybe I just didn't have a connection at the time. So I'll give it that credit. The women weren't they weren't as bonding. So that's my opinion. Like I didn't get like, I thought they was cool. I was able to vibe out, but I wasn't like giving like I'm gonna let you hit, or I'm gonna let you come over and hang out. A lot of this stuff was, if you ain't here in Trinidad for a long time, hey, listen, let's go get some KFC, but that's about all you're gonna get. Let's see, what else I can think of worse. Language barrier. Even though Brazil probably has the worst language barrier, I think Abu Dhabi is going to be, my fault. Abu Dhabi is above Trinidad by far. Abu Dhabi. My correction on anybody that listening and cut out before Trinidad. Abu Dhabi is probably the most difficult place I've ever been, as far as to get women or to even blend in with the culture. Now Dubai is different, but Abu Dhabi. Here we go. That's not even a question. Let me see. Best pros and prices. Which country has the best pros and prices? Colombia. Off the back, without thinking, Colombia, because, and that's me factoring in the fact that Thailand, you have to pay a lot of money to go there. That's me factoring in. Like Thailand, you're gonna have to spend, a decent amount of money to go there. So Colombia, as far as and we're not talking about Medellin or Cartagena. Let's count. Well, we're not talking Cartagena, because Medellin you can still find. We're talking about Barranquilla, Bogota. We're talking about Cali. You're talking about best in price. Yeah, hands down, y'all. It's not even a question. You been to Boca Chica, Dominican Republic? No, I haven't been to Boca Chica, Dominican Republic. I haven't been there. I've heard about it a lot of times, but again, I don't know. I think whenever somebody asks me if I've been somewhere, I'll be sometimes wanting to say, well, maybe I'll go there one day. But a lot of times I'll be like, you know what? Probably not. I probably won't ever go there. I can't say I don't guarantee, but I probably won't ever go there. Not for any major reason, but because I found the places that work for me. Um, Hey, Puerto Rico in the building. I did want to go back to Puerto Rico because again, I had a great time in Puerto Rico, but the experience I had in Puerto Rico was with my Puerto Rican friend who at the time we were dating and having you know, a great time together. So I didn't really go out and get to experience it in a single explorer's perspective. But I had a great time as far as the food. The prices was pretty, you know, basically decent. And yeah, but I would, and because it's so close, you don't need a passport. Would I go to Puerto Rico again within like before I retire? Maybe. I really want to see what's called Frontier has brought back the all you can fly, and I didn't get it the first time. My brother got it. He didn't use it as much because he's married with kids, so his lifestyle is a little bit different. But I think I would want to try that all you can fly in the summertime while my son is at his mother's, when I can pretty much go anywhere every weekend. But this one time, like this is gonna be the last time I spend this much money trying to put a play together in another country outside of Thailand. Thailand is the only other place that I'm going to spend exuberant amount of money to try to put a play together, like when I travel. Let me get to y'all comments because I'm definitely spending a bag for this live stream weekend in Cali, Colombia, so that I could bring it to you. I just read something. I don't know how true it is, so I'll give me that. I just read something on I think the Passport Bros page where Razor Rays was saying that the Philippines is implementing something where you have to blur out the people's faces. Honestly, with my thoughts real quick on that, because as a person who creates content, I'll speak on that. How are they going to implement it? Unless I live in the Philippines, how they going to implement it? Like, if I'm recording a person, it's not until I edit it and put the content up where you can actually see. So if I come to the Philippines and I record all this content with everybody's faces in it, and I go back to the United States and then I post it up, what, you're not going to allow me back in your country again? So again, it's like it's one of them laws where I don't know if it's, even if it is real, how do you enforce it? A lot of people, they worry about law changes, but certain law changes are very different. There's no major law changes that are definitely enforceable. It's very difficult. Like, for example, if the United States said, okay, we're gonna go back to, if you smoke weed, you go to jail, it'd be very difficult to enforce it. After all these people got licenses, it'd be very difficult to enforce it, because even when weed was illegal, people were smoking it out in the streets. So again, it's not as much as what laws are being made, but what enforceable laws that are being made that really make a difference. And I don't think that a person saying that no matter what country you're in, unless I live in your country, as far as, or I post a video and I'm still in your country, I don't see how any of that will apply to me. And I don't even see how you can do it as a streamer, because as a streamer, if I stream, it's automatically on-site recording. I think one thing I realized in Cuba, based on how hard it is to actually live stream in Cuba, and how difficult the connection comes out and everything, even on Cuban Wi-Fi, it isn't, to me, the things that these people are doing that are causing people to change on the live streaming video contact, or making them react or arrest live streamers. It's the fact that if I go to a country and the country is doing something that the world doesn't like, if I live stream, there's no way that the country is going to be able to stop that from being shown. And a lot of countries don't like their country being seen in an inclusive light in a certain way. Like, if, like, a lot of times, like, in right now, there's a war going on between Israel and Iran, and I was watching on CNN, and it was like, in Iran, they can't get access to YouTube. And then I looked into some more, and in China, you need a VPN to get into access to YouTube. if I can stop major people from putting stuff out, then I can be more controlled as a government in the country. So governments eventually are probably going to have a run-in with streamers. That's my opinion, y'all. All governments are going to have a run-in with streamers. And the reason why I think this is because whereas if I'm posting on YouTube and it's edited content, they can say, oh, well, it's edited, he edited something out, even if I did. Or they can take it down and nobody see it because maybe the AI figured it out. But as a streamer, when I'm live, if something happens, somebody just jumps in the car that was as being wanted, like if one of the remaining one of the remaining prison escapees jumped in his car and said, yo, F the police, and then jump back out, they can't change that fast. So I think that's my opinion. It's my opinion, just us having a conversation on this Jeep Talk. I feel like streamers are going to be public enemy number one within the next couple years. I think they are. And that's why, I do want to try to get out some streaming stuff now to show people, maybe, and that's why I'm doing the thing in Cali, why I'm spending so much money, why I'm planning so much stuff out, because I think if I can show, and I don't know, there's no guarantee, but if I can show people a way to stream and do it in a fashion where it's entertaining, you get people and stuff involved, you're able to do it and it's organized. If I can do that, maybe it'll give some light and it won't get that bad, but I doubt it. Moneybag Dre, what's up? Moneybag D, what up? Where is the best place to stay in Colombia? Cartagena, Airbnb. Best is relative to what you want. You gotta give more detail. Best is relative to what you want. For example, if you want the pro scene where you're gonna see the top women, Cartagena is probably the best place to go. And still to this day, Cartagena is the best place to go, in my opinion, if you're looking for the pro scene and you want the top quality. However, you will have a little more difficult time finding a guest-friendly Airbnb. However, if you go to El Aguito, which is off of Boca Grande, you might not get the most high-class Airbnb, but you will get a lot more guest-friendly Airbnbs. There are also some Airbnbs that are guest-friendly in the Clock Tower. Check Razor Rays, maybe check somebody who's been in Cartagena within 2025, because although El Aguito is still more guest-friendly in Cartagena, it is going to be more important that you have up-to-date information, because Cartagena and Medellin are two places that their rules change so fast that I could say something today at 5 o'clock and then tomorrow at 5 o'clock, that whole thing will no longer be valid. That whole thing will no longer be valid. So you want to check with somebody that's been within 2025. The Haitian women are cool. DMR, yeah, I think the Haitian women are cool. Especially in the DR here. Again, they are going through some issues, so I would be careful out here. Good experiences with Haitian women. Okay, I mean, I haven't had a particular. I personally haven't had a particular group. We're almost at Weequahic Park, so I can show you guys. I haven't particularly had a group of women who I had a bad experience with. Like, I can't say that, oh, I had a bad experience with Chinese women or Somalian women, or I really can't say I've had a bad experience with any group of women based on ethnicity or nationality. But yeah, again, it's all I think it's how you move. Pellicula Jake, movie Jake, what up? A lot of Haitian women in Puerto Rico. I didn't know that. Shout out to Mental Wishing in the building. Big things coming, y'all. Big things coming. Again, I'll try to make the announcement. Let me show you guys real quick. I'll try to make the announcement probably August 1st, because I want it to be quite recent when I make the announcement, because we'll do something different. I'm gonna just show y'all we at Weequahic Park, y'all. Now, I really want to keep my thing. I'll keep it up here so you guys can see it. Somebody had asked about Weequahic Park. I told you a lot of it has changed. They put like a lot more workout gear here. All this stuff wasn't here growing up. Where you check the workout stuff and the thing underneath for the rain. It's definitely a good place if you want to go for a walk. If you want want to have a little family outing, I think you got to contact the city to make sure if you certain areas, but it's definitely a good place. And there's a lot more people here this spring. People celebrating graduations. The baseball field a lot better. People would just vibe out. They got the baseball teams to come play down here, as you can see over here. I'm trying to keep the charger. How much charger got? Hold on a second. I'll see how I charge it got. Nah, I gotta put it back in. Hold on a second, y'all. Here we go. Baseball things they sell playground. So we also got kids. Maybe go to a single parent date. Bring them here. I actually met a woman here once, which is crazy. I actually met a woman in this park with my son. She had her daughter. Here also around this little bend, we'll go around. A lot of car clubs, a lot of bike clubs. A lot of different you see like a lot of definitely, but you usually see like car clubs, bike clubs in the summer. Come out here on Sundays, definitely on Sundays. Saturdays not as much because the police force be around here a lot more different, but Sundays usually when it gets dark, like right now it's probably the time when people start to come. Play cricket over here, and now they have a soccer field now also. The soccer thing wasn't as big before, but now it's big. But they also play cricket. They also play cricket over here, and this is where you see like a lot more of the Caribbean people. They actually closed off one exit of the park. Before it used to be only that. I mean, it used to be that exit right there. Exit off in the park because a lot of stolen cars are coming through here, and it's hard. It's difficult to catch the stolen cars. And they have two different ways they can get out. So they close off this exit right here that we're gonna come up on the right hand side, and now it's only one exit in and one exit out, so they can perform their duties better. But again, y'all, if you're just tuning in, it's still Utah. That they changed, it's no longer an exit now. A lot of people here, families come here just to lay in the park. Just sit here, do some gram stuff. They come out here, take pictures, content creators come out here and they perform stuff. When they had the June, they had something here too. See the fire trucks. They gotta get you been over here, I guess. Let me go back over here, y'all. Alright, y'all, so we back. They must have got a permit. I told you guys I'd take y'all to Weequahic Park on this live. Because again, I went and grabbed some lunch. Now we're gonna head back home. So if you guys got any questions about anything, let's just have this conversation. I want to give people more time to, ask me questions. Because for the first half of the year, again, I was moving and grinding, posting videos every day. I didn't really have time to do lives as much. But now we got a little time. So my son's with his mother for the summer, and we got Cali, Columbia coming up in August. All right, so back to it. Mint tuition in the building. Flyboy, just reviewed your last Jeep Talk on last night's show. You were cooking with fish grease. I appreciate that, man. Listen, appreciate that. Also, be careful with Frontier. I flew Frontier one time. I purchased a ticket, and since I got a good price, they oversold the flight and made me wait until everyone else who paid more. Oh, yeah. I mean, I know they'll say that there's no proof. Let me show you this one. I know they'll say there's no proof that they do that, but I think all airlines do that. Spirit does that. I think United does that, where if they have to let somebody go, let somebody not get on the flight, they'll do it to the person who has the cheapest flight, and then they'll give you some kind of credit or something, and they'll put you in a hotel. But sometimes you gotta just sometimes you gotta be on the flight. It's important for you to be on the flight, so it can cause an issue. So yeah, I get it, man. I definitely get it. And with Frontier, at one point Frontier stopped flying out of Newark, but now they fly out of Newark again. So again, but they only go certain places like Atlanta and Houston, Las Vegas, I believe, and Puerto Rico. That's why I said if I do get the all you can fly, it'd be because I'm going to the same place. I might go to Puerto Rico over and over again if I can see where I can find that vibe in Puerto Rico. BFU, places with the best food and top places you recommend to visit if you haven't been there. Okay, I like that question. Again, best is always relative to what you like, and we're all talking about stuff outside of the United States. So if I was to say places where I like the food the best, I would say I really like food in Costa Rica. I think it has a variety. I think in Colombia, and not just Medellin, I think overall, you got the basketball player. Hold on a second. You got it here, bro. Hold on, 1 second, y'all. They outside today, bro. Basketball and music and ladies dancing. Yeah. All right, I'm back. I'm back. All right, so places I like the food at. I think Afro Taco might be down here too. Costa Rica, Colombia. Where did I really like the food? Didn't like Europe. Didn't like it was too hot. Costa Rica, Colombia. Trinidad was okay, but they had shark and doubles messed up my stomach. So there. Cuba not too good. As far as the wide selection, they have some places, but not enough. Europe, I felt like the food was tasteless or less seasoned. I felt like the food was less seasoned, and I went to mad different places across Europe. France, I also feel like the food was less seasoned. Yeah, so I think Costa Rica, Mexico had good food too. Mexico, Costa Rica, and Colombia. Those would be the order, it could vary, but Mexico, Costa Rica, and Colombia would be the places I like of the food of the places I've been so far. Now, mind you, I haven't been to Thailand yet, and I do know Asians making some good food, so, yeah. Another question was, places I recommend visiting, Cuba. I think Cuba is one of the places I would recommend visiting to anybody that has traveled already and hasn't been there. I'll say that because in Cuba, the experience you get will be so far different from the rest of the world because of Cuba's lack of access to current information, current technology, and current trends. And current ways of capitalism. Because now capitalism is developing in Cuba, but it's not developing at the speed it's developing around the world, or it's nowhere near where the rest of the world is. So we're just going past Weequahic, I believe. Yeah, no chance of Ave School. So I would say Cuba is one of the places, if you haven't been, I would suggest going 1,000%. Let me see. DMR. Oh shit. Police. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Something going up. That should be little brown skin thing. I've had. Let me see what DMR said. I've had better experience with Haitian women than Dominicans. Not saying right now. I mean, it really depends. Like, again, there's reasons I believe, it's my opinion. There's reasons I believe that would make sense. Simply because, just let's have a conversation. Man, police went crazy. All right, so we're just having a conversation. Let's say you go to the Dominican Republic, right? Or let's say you go to Colombia, right? You got two places. You got Dominican Republic, you got Colombia. When you're dealing with pros, we're just particularly talking about pros, or let's say non-pros. If you're dealing with pros or non-pros, the women that will treat you better will most likely be the women who have more of a need or desire to be with you. If you're in Colombia, you are most likely going to get better treatment from the Venezuelan women, because the Venezuelan women aren't in the same position as the Colombian women. If you're in the Dominican Republic, Sosúa, Punta Cana, Puerto Plata, you're likely going to get more and a less expensive experience from the Haitian women rather than Dominican women, simply because they have a more desire to be with you, or the need to be with you. That is the same thing as if I would presume if you go to Thailand, you would get a better experience, or better treatment from the women who are from that country than maybe a woman who might be from Cambodia or something like that. Not from that country, than a woman from, simply because the experience is going to be better when a person, it's going to sound crazy, regardless of a pro or a non-pro, the experience is going to be better when the person can benefit from you more. When the person has more to gain from you than another person, how they treat you will be better. How your experiences with them will be better. Simple, y'all. Let me see. Nothing bad. Again, it's nothing bad about anybody. Just giving you guys a breakdown of exactly how things typically work when you go to other countries. You know what I mean? For example, in the United States, if I go to Miami and I try to get a woman from the United States outside of women that just there to have fun, I mean, the more higher class women from the United States, it's going to be a lot better of an experience, better in the sense of them treating me better in the sense of the quality of the woman I get as far as looks, better in the sense of what they're willing to take for their time if the woman is not from Miami. If she's from another place in the States, or she's from foreign, it's going to be a better experience, unless you got a place there. Then if you get it's how it is. It's how it works around the world. The wind noise is crazy. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't even see the message too late. Hopefully the wind stopped, but it's nice out here, y'all. Yeah, Norkis, what's up? Oh, the wind noise, not putting the thing up there. Okay, I got y'all. Yeah, I was just trying to show you guys the area. Maybe I'll mute it when I go back and play this song. I don't know. Yeah, Norkis, what's up? I like Nork solid people. Yeah, one thing I'll say is that even though a lot of stuff that I don't really agree with a lot of stuff that the current mayor of Newark was doing, I will say in his administration, Newark didn't go down. It didn't go up as much as it could have did, and there's some things that I think was real big issues, but it didn't go down. And now with Newark gaining the movie theaters, going to gain a movie studio, I believe Lion Gates is moving to Newark. The fact that there is more gentrification coming to Newark. However, I think it's not moving as fast as, let's say, Brooklyn did, or they're moving as fast as maybe a Medellin would have done, where the gentrification is just automatically taking over. I don't think Newark is going to get gentrified, but I don't think Newark is going to get gentrified as fast as most of these other places got gentrified because I think partially the mayors, even since the great mayor Sharp James, even since then, I think the mayors of Newark have done a great job as far as not allowing Newark to be as gentrified as a lot of these other places around the world. So I give them that. Windy as hell. I know. You can't hear you. Oh man, y'all couldn't hear me when I was talking. That's crazy. I flew Frontier. I never had a bad experience. Again, everybody's different. It depends where you fly from. It depends where you fly to. It depends what time you fly. Like red eye, if you're catching red eye all the time, it's more likely that you're not going to get a bad experience. But if you're catching like the middle of the day flight or a late night flight, things can get kind of car accident, y'all. Dang, just happened too, y'all. Hold on a second. One second. Try sneaking. I don't want to get no tickets, so you know, I just want to show you guys real quick. Man, the front of the car is smashed. Once the front of your car get hit, it's a wrap, my boy. It's a wrap. Just taking y'all with me on this Jeep stroll, y'all. Top down, sun out. Taking y'all with me on this Jeep. Welcome to Jeep Talk episode 49. Don't let nobody talk you out of position, y'all. Yeah, man. The biggest enemy that anyone can ever have is themselves. The biggest enemy that anyone can ever have is themselves. You allow somebody to talk you out of your position, you can't blame that person for whatever they did that caused you to get out of your position. You need to blame yourself because you allowed that person to have that space in your head or that space to make you change your plan at the drop of a dime. You know what I mean? That's just not something I would suggest allowing. I mean, we got one chance to do this right, y'all. For all that we all know, we got one chance to do this right. And if you're gonna allow somebody else to be the determining factor on if you spend the rest of your time in your life in jail, or you spend the rest of your time with a woman who doesn't really care for you because she looks good, or you spend the rest of your time at a miserable job because the job pays you well, or at a job that you love but it don't give you no money, rather than working for yourself, investing, then you let somebody's actions talk you out of your position. And in life, I don't think that's the best opportunity. Everybody's different, but I don't think it's the best choice. So is it a collab, or are you paying them to film for you? Oh, I'm hiring them. I'm definitely hiring them. Again, there are people who believe that how do I word this correctly? There are people who believe that if something is coming from someone who is like you, it shouldn't be valued at the same face value as someone who may not be from your culture or may not be from your demographic or your nationality. And I don't see things that way. I want quality, and I'm willing to pay for the quality I desire. Money is going to come and money is going to go. Because I don't need YouTube to make money, because it's like my fourth, maybe third sometimes source of income, when I do things, the money has got another place where it comes from. And it's important that I just get the quality done, because there's no second chance to do something for the first time. So when I see brothers who are doing something that I think can make a difference, I'm going to support it. And I see mental, and we'll go more into detail on this. This is like people. We'll go more into detail on this when I do the announcement in August, beginning of August. But when I see brothers doing something that I feel as though can help the communities that I'm in, as far as content creator communities, and I know I'm not willing to go and have a backpack on my back to record somebody or record my experience, then I'm going to support it. I'm going to support it. So yes, I'm definitely paying them. Let me see. Showtime. Shout out to Barboard TV. I just watched this live earlier. Frontier, the worst airline? I don't know. it has some issues, but you know, DMR says things happen. I hope Frontier fix the problem. We'll see, y'all. We'll see. I agree with you on that one, bro. 100%. Yeah, gentrification is crazy in Philly, New York. I haven't seen gentrification in Philly as much. I've heard about it, but I haven't been to Philly since. I haven't been to Philly since my brother was living. I haven't been to Philly in a long time, y'all. I haven't been to Philly in a long time. Damn, I don't even been. I don't know if I can recall when the last time I was going to go to Philly for a YouTube event, but I decided to do Rhode Island instead because it was more out the way, more out the customer thing. J Maz, what up? What up? Salute, salute. All right, y'all. We're nearing the end of this Jeep talk, y'all. It's been over an hour. I am almost at the house. When we pull in the driveway, I'll end the Jeep talk. But yo, never let nobody talk you out of your position. Man, woman, government. Talking out of your position could be just such as simple as you had a plan to go somewhere and somebody told you Medellin is dangerous. So now you change your position and you want to go somewhere else. Or you had a plan to go to Thailand and somebody told you that Thailand was too expensive. So now you change your plan and you go somewhere else. Or somebody said something disrespectful to you on YouTube and you show up at their door and you murk them. And now you in jail for the rest of your life. Where you show up when they're going live on the strip in Vegas and or anywhere in the world, and you put them down in the dirt. And now you got to worry about their outcome. And now families lost people. Don't let anybody talk you out of your position, y'all. Because ultimately, it's not the person that made you do it. It's your lack of restraint. It's your lack of patience. It's your lack of understanding that you put yourself in positions, you take yourself out of positions. I mean, I think once you understand that, you ain't really gonna have to worry about talking yourself out of position, yo. You know, I could have easily said, yo, I need all my supporters to go email YouTube right now because this video they took down and it was an inclusive video and this and this and this is bad, this is racist, or this is this and this and this. Well, I talked myself out of my position. Look at me now. I got to achieve something that is not something that is easily achievable because the opportunity isn't easily given. I got to go to all these places and meet creators from all over the United States with YouTube as a brand ambassador of what I'm doing. Regardless of if the videos go viral, regardless of getting views, the most important thing is that it's in my story now. And the reason why it's in my story, and the reason why I had the availability to put it in my story, is because I never talked myself out of my position. Don't let other people talk you out of your position. Because at the end of life, you only got yourself to blame. Y'all know black people, when we back up, we turn the music off, we stop talking. And we take our time. We parking, same thing. Man, I had a great time last night. If y'all haven't seen it already, check my Instagram. I dropped a clip from last night after the bar. It's kind of funny. I got a couple other clips I'll drop. You'll get it on YouTube a little bit later, but Instagram usually gets everything first. Well, the edited version of everything first. Love pulling into my driveway. It's a powerful thing, y'all. The reason why I'm here is because I didn't let people talk me out of my position. When I was trying to get this house, I had to go through a bunch of stuff, sitting on the ground in front of this, and I'm sitting on the ground in the office of the city, trying to get them to send somebody over to inspect my house so I can finally live and move in. Rushing down and chasing down the old owner because the bank said they couldn't sell it to me without the signature of the owner that they didn't get before. Luckily, I knew some people in Newark, and they knew where the owner was at, and I was able to do that. I could have let them just talk me out of my position and say, you know what? If you can't do it, I want my money back. Okay, here's your money back. And now I don't get a house for $150,000 that's now worth $700,000. Again, y'all, don't let nobody talk you out of your position. Oh, top drop, tap, 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 tap. Oh, yeah. It's steaming out here. I got a nice little tan, driving around for an hour. I appreciate you guys for joining the live. This has been an interesting conversation. About to go eat my golden wings, fish, and chicken. And it's your boy, FRE, $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't act wild, just check out the channel. Antonio, what up, what up? Costa Rica. You're going to enjoy it, man. San Jose, Jaco. I might have to get back there to go to Le Mans. D Chad and DMR, Philadelphia. Salute, y'all. Peace. I'll see you on the next video.